Hello, good evening, good morning, and good many things. Today we're gonna do a room on TryHackMe. It is called Source, and the text is exploit a recent vulnerability and hack web admin web-based system configuration tool. So this is a video. This is a room created by, let's see, Darkstar, and he's a pretty good room creator. We only need to answer a few questions like what is the user flag and the root flag. So we need to get access to some sort of user on a box, and I need to escalate our privileges to root afterward. So basically it says enumerate and root the box attached to this task. Can you discover the sources of this disruption and leverage it to take control? The virtual machine is also included in the room Attackers KB. It's a part of a guided experience. Additionally, you can download the OVO source offline here, and this is just some information. I don't know what this is all about. Let me just see. Attacker KB, which is something different. So basically I booted up machines, we got the IP address, and just pretty fast just going to check it out if there's anything on the IP address. Sometimes booting up the machine itself can take some time, so while we wait for that, let's go to a terminal and let's start a typical normal nmap scan. If I can type to nmap today. Nope. We're gonna clear nmap, and then we need to copy this particular IP address a few times, it seems, and then just without any further ado, let me just also pick on to the version scanning. What I also would like to do is to start a GoBuster directory. The user is this one. Let me just see if we can paste it. It's a bit more beautiful. And we have no idea if this is the correct port or anything. I'm just gonna go with this now. Just start as many tools that I actually can before what it says unable to connect to so it might seem that we do need some sort of extra information. We cannot just do that with the port. So we can see that the reason is right here. We have our mini server, HTTP server, running on port 10,000, which probably mean that if I go to the GoBuster and add HTTP, which is what you need to do whenever you're adding a port, colon 10,000, this is gonna run. No, it is not gonna run. The status code. Okay, let me just pretty fast verify that this is up, and error documents followed. Web server is running in SSL mode, so we're basically gonna have to try to access the link. Well, what if I put HTTPS in front? Just gonna say accept the risks, and this is our web admin interface. So I think Ghostbuster might need some additional stuff. Let's just put an S to this, and unable to connect, cannot validate certificate because it doesn't contain any IP. Alright, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skip Ghostbuster for now and just go to the web page here and say this is the web admin. You must be enter a username. So let's check just for some casual SQL injection, like all 1 equal 1, invalid username. It doesn't seem like it's gonna eat this, and this is acting up a bit weird, if you should ask me something. Let's see what the nmat scan came back with more. So let's do a full port scan while this is running. We also have SSH running on port 22, but we have no very typical version 761. There's no vulnerability for that. We have this mini web admin thing tool going on, so I'm just gonna see if I can get this to, yeah, I could do that. So let me just see if I can right click and get some information from this. Let's see, this is some HTML, a link to some not important stuff, some not important JavaScript, the login session CGI. Okay, so we have some CGI stuff going on. And that's about the only thing that I can get out of this. It would seem that is what we get. The room says enumerate and root, so we need to enumerate more. Probably get some sort of username or something like that going on before we can actually continue getting further in on this box. Let's just see what it came back with here. So we only have 2 ports open. Now let me just go to, this is called Minisurf. I have never heard of that before. Let's go ahead and copy that and go to where's all my, anyways, exploit DB. Just put the name in, Minisurf, whatever that is, and it would seem that there is nothing matching the word Minisurf, which would probably tell me that this is not something that I could find an exploit for. Just do Minisurf on Google. Webmin Minisurf. Looks very interesting. Written in, what is it, Python or something? Yeah, no Perl. Okay. Wow, that's a very long file. We scroll down to the bottom, see if we get any notes. Further down, it doesn't seem really like that. So maybe we can get like default credentials, could be a good way. Webmin manage interface, this is the one. And default credentials, they all show the word root. I didn't want that one, all, not images. Web admin default credential password. Let's just see what we find. And it says something like what? Go away. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that there's a pretty good chance that the default login name is root or admin or something like that. Just not sure if I should start a a brute force attempt. I could do that. I could start a brute force attempt on the web interface, but it's a pretty. If I just say root 1 2 3 4 5 6, no, what does it tell me? Just login failed. So what was it? Oh, nmat scam came like Minisurf, webmin. Is webmin an actual word? Let me just try one more time. Exploit DB. It just seems like this is something where Exploit DB is the go-to place. Webmin. Alright, so there is something with webmin. And which version was this? 1.8.9. So we have something like remote code execution. We have many different things going on here. Which one could be interesting? So how old are these? Let's see. 1.8.9, 1.8.5, 1.9. So around 2019 we got like, so this might be too old. So we could pick from remote command execution package, something unauthorized. Very interesting. So what I'm gonna do now is basically gonna boot up Metasploit. mf Metasploit. I cannot type today. Thank you. Alright, so Metasploit is one of those big frameworks that I almost never use because it's just a big software. Like a framework containing loads of things, but you can use the search and webmin and see what you get. So webmin is then a word that I should have been picking up before. I am really tired, so I wanna look at what we could do here. So what you're gonna look for in Metasploit is when you found some exploit that seems interesting, then you can see that you have this admin edit file HTML. It sounds. Then you got this file disclosure, but look at the rank. This is normal, you know. I want something that is great, excellent, you know. So backdoor sounds like a really interesting one. Exploit remote command execution. Yeah, it does, but backdoor sounds even better than remote code execution because I don't need to get a backdoor. Maybe the Metasploit frame will do it for me, but you know what? I'm gonna go with number 2. So I'm gonna write use 2. And it also tells you how to interact down here, like saying info on a particular module, or use. Basically, I'm just gonna use number 2. And they configured the payload using a reverse Perl shell, I would guess it is. And then we're gonna say show options because this is now we're gonna input stuff here. So what can we answer? Well, the remote port is 10,000. That is true. SSL. Well, it would seem that it is running SSL. Let's try without first saying no. And let's go to the. Is there something called remote host? There is there. So I'm gonna go ahead and type set rhost. Is it with S? In the end, it is. And now comes the amazing, important part of all cybersecurity: is can you actually copy paste? And you would think that until now I should be really good at it, but I am not. Unknown set. Alright then, case sensitive, I forgot that. So now we can see we have set this L. We also need to set L host. So set, and that's localhost 1011. That's my IP address. I know it now. And by now I think we should be able to just write exploit or run. I prefer run, it's shorter. Let's see what happens. No session created. So it says like, please enable the SSL option to proceed, which was what we suspected. So let's do set SSL. Is it true? It needs to be set to. Let's run again. And it would seem that we have an open shell ID. I am root. Wow. So basically I'm gonna go to home. Clear. I cannot clear, right? Do we have Python installed? Yeah, we do have Python installed. So I'm gonna find a better shell for us in Python. Let's see. What do I have? We should use this particularly one. I cannot go back. Alright, so I'm gonna have to remove it on the other screen. No, number 3. Copy this, copy that. Let's see if this works. It did, so now I can clear. No, I need to set term. Anyways, let's just root cat root.text. This is very atypical that I start getting the root flag before I get the user flag. It's like I missed something and went straight to the cheese. The user flag. Yeah, cat. Oh, so what if I just write t dark cat uses a text. So I kind of got that before, you know, I got root before I got the user, which is, did I choose a too strong exploit? Yeah, and my machine just crashed, but luckily I could recover the videos that I just recorded. So what I was about to say is that I hope you liked my video, and if you do so, please consider subscribing to my channel, like my video, or leave a comment below. Until next time, bye.